Hi there, my name is Briley Patterson, and I'm a percussion instructor here at REW Music. I fell in love with percussion from a very early age. My parents bought me a drum set when I was like 2 or 3 years old. And so I've been playing music and hitting things for a very long time at a very early age. And so I was very interested in the drum kit because that's just what I had. And then once, 4th, 5th grade rolled around, that's when they introduced me to beginner band. And it was different at first, just because, they didn't have a drum set in, wind band. And so I was introduced to, the snare drum, the mallets, all these little accessories, triangle, shaker, castanets, all that, bongos. And each instrument is, you have to approach it in a different way. And so, I fell in love with that because you just have to approach it differently, and it's just so much work, and I'm just a hardworking person in general. And so I really loved overcoming that challenge. The best thing about teaching music for me has to be just relating with my students. Too many times, especially in one-on-one lessons, but this can also apply to a classroom setting as well. So many times the instructor just, talks to the students, and they don't get to play as much. They don't enjoy it. I'm a firm believer in if the student enjoys what they're doing, then everybody has a good time, more progress is made. Because if the student's not enjoying either the instructor or the classroom environment, then nothing's going to get done, and everybody's going to be irritated. It's not going to be a good time. And so I enjoy teaching because I can get to know each student on a personal basis. And that way, I can, ask about their interests. Do they listen to music in their spare time? What kind of music do they listen to? Do they, play video games or watch movies or whatever? And I can pick some of those things from their background and kind of integrate that into the lesson plan. And that way it kind of, facilitates interaction between the instructor and the student. And that way, we can maybe learn a favorite piece out of, a favorite video game they have, like at the end of the lesson, something on the side that, kind of engages the student more and makes them really want to come to lessons. So I make lessons fun, like I said, by integrating things that the students enjoy. So, sometimes we'll do, drum circles, and I'm also, a firm believer in collaboration. And so, it's especially difficult one-on-one to make that happen, but that is a goal of mine with my students, is to not only teach the student, personally on a one-on-one basis, but to also try to, invite other collaborators, whether that be other instructors, other percussion instructors here, or, having students play with each other. I'm a firm believer in like ensemble chamber music. And so that's one way that I like to make lessons fun, is engaging in ensemble music, as well as making sure the student is enjoying themselves by playing things that they like to play. So the advice I'd have to give regarding state auditions and excerpts of that nature is to just take it slow at first. Practice with the metronome, because too many times I've seen too many students that just try to learn it all in one go and not have, not take the time to learn the details of the music. Because the point of a state audition is to play to the best of your ability. And so if you rush through things and don't focus on those details, a lot of things get missed. And especially if you don't play with a metronome, it's hard for percussionists especially to keep everything in time. You can only play as fast as the most difficult part of the piece that you can play. And so if you slow everything down, really hash out that part that you're struggling with, and then speed everything else up to that, and then you can progressively get quicker with the metronome and just iron out those details, and you should be golden for those state auditions.